So first of all, the positioning of the patient. Most of the patients are positioned in a prone position with the elbow flexed. This is a left elbow. Here we see the ulnar nerve. And then concerning the incision, you can make a straight incision or a curved incision. In this case, we're going to use a straight incision. Alright, so first of all, a straight incision just to the border of the ulna. Visualize the olecranon and the fracture. The next step is we're going to create the fracture. In this case, we're going to do a straight fracture line. So after visualization and debridement of the fracture, also the bone of the proximal ulna is debrided and visualized. Next, a small drill hole is made into the distal part of the ulna. Use a reduction clamp to reduce the fracture or the osteotomy. The K-wire is positioned in the middle of the olecranon tip and aimed to the anterior cortex of the ulna. This K-wire will also help later as a mechanical guide when the fracture or osteotomy is compressed with the help of the first lag screw. Contour the plate by hand so that the two proximal holes fit around the tip of the olecranon and that the distal holes come to lie on both sides to the dorsal rim of the proximal ulna. After the fixation with the K-wire, you can remove the clamp. And next, we make two small incisions into the triceps tendon of the olecranon in order to be able to place the proximal screw holes in direct contact with the bones. These incisions should be parallel to the muscle fibers. Make sure that the plate lies tightly and symmetrically on the dorsal rim of the proximal ulna. Temporarily fix the plate with two K-wires 1.6 through the K-wire holes. This ensures that the plate remains centered on the dorsal edge of the ulna while inserting the long lag screws in the next step. If necessary, check again if the plate sits tightly and symmetrically on the dorsal rim of the proximal ulna. Drill a fracture crossing hole with the help of the drill guide and a core hole drill bit through the first proximal screw hole. The direction of the screw hole should be subchondral to the trochlear notch of the ulna, similar to the direction of the K-wires in a classic tension band wiring, so as to enable the placement of the two parallel fracture crossing screws. These screws should be bicortical. If necessary, you can use a push and drill technique to ensure bicortical perforation. Assign the screw length using the depth gauge. Insert a lag screw of the assigned length through this hole without tightening. Repeat the procedure with a second proximal screw hole and a second screw. Remove the distal K-wires on both sides. Remove also the central reduction K-wire. Next, carefully tighten the two fracture crossing screws. Ensure by contouring the plate with your fingers that the plate lies tightly on the dorsal part of the proximal ulna. Only when the plate lies truly tightly on the bone, the function of the tension relief is secured. Drill a core hole using the drill guide and a twist drill through the center of the oblong hole. Aside a screw length with the depth gauge and insert the cortical screw of appropriate length in this hole. Do not tighten the screw yet. Make sure if you enter from medial to lateral that you don't perforate the proximal radial-ulnar joint. This can be checked clinically and radiographically. To tighten the plate, hook the pointed reduction forceps in the distal part of the oblong hole and engage the forceps crosswise on the other side of the dorsal rim of the ulna. Tighten the reduction forceps until the longitudinal plate bar lies flat on the ulna. Then tighten the screw. From medial to laterally, we propose to use a unicortical screw. Drill another core hole with the neighboring screw holes and insert a trilock or cortical screw of appropriate length. A locking screw will provide more stability. Tighten the screw. And remove the pointed reduction forceps. Repeat the steps on the other side of the plate, completing the fixation of the plate. Take advantage of the multidirectionality of the screws to avoid screw collision. The small incisions in the triceps can be closed over the proximal screw holes. Next, the wound can be closed.